Hey everybody, this is Paige Dansinger here at Better World Museum's created Horizon Art Museum. It's a museum which explores primarily women artists to broaden the canon of art history. And today, it's Museum Monday. So I have been excited to show you the special exhibition at the Horizon Art Museum, Artemisia. So let's go see Artemisia. Let's go. Excuse me. So we're just going to hop right through these doors. Right here, these doors. And go. See you there. See you in Artemisia. All right, we're almost there. Welcome to Artemisia, an art exhibit about the most famous woman painter of the Baroque in the 16th century, Artemisia Gentileschi. And we're going to explore a couple of the paintings. I'm going to put on my button. And grab a coin and go make a wish first. All right, I'm going to make a wish. This coin is styled after a 16th century Florentine florin. Artemisia lived in Florence at one point of her life. All right, I made a wish. Oh, here's the other coin that kind of flew off when I grabbed the other one. I'll replace it for later. Here you go. So we're going to explore the exhibit and talk about Artemisia. Who is Artemisia? In like 5 paintings. Okay. And we'll start out with the young Artemisia, Susanna and the elders. And, well, actually, we really should start over here. We're going to start here where the exhibit starts and explore Artemisia Gentileschi lived from 1593 to 1656. She was the most famous woman Baroque painter, and she produced professional artworks by 15. Her achievements were obscured by sexual assault, patriarchy, and historical neglect. She was revived by the feminist movement and today is an icon of power, triumph, and resilience. We're going to explore some things she likes. She definitely likes painting massive works full of color, movement, and drama that evoke awe. That is indicative of the Baroque style. She likes big art commissions from international influencers. Artemisia ran a independent studio, although she grew up trained in her famous father's painting studio. She later on ran her own independent studio for over 30 years. And she was the first woman ever to be a member of the Academy of Art and Design of Florence, which is incredible. This is groundbreaking, more than glass ceiling shattering. And she loved nasty women. She was a bold boss and worked hard to be a success, and she did not take flack from the men in her life. She demanded compensation for her work, and she argued for compensation in a very publicized rape trial, and wanted punishment and accountability for the person who was her attacker. So she wasn't somebody who sat quietly. She pushed for what she believed in, and lived a very robust life by sharing her perspective, her words, and her truth. Her dislikes were sexual predators, obviously. She lived at a time where, she was like raised in her father's studio as a young apprentice and learning how to paint and assisting him. She was not allowed out in the streets of Rome where she lived, but lots of men were constantly coming in her home. So, she was probably, before she was raped in 1611, she probably likely experienced other encounters of men leering at her, and we'll go look at Susanna and the elders over here and see how she embodies that. She doesn't like torture devices, disrespect, plague landlords and ex-husbands, Agostino Tassi, her attacker, and public rape trials. Right after her trial, she got married and went directly to Florence, where she began to paint independently and really established her own independence as a painter. Let's go take a look. Let's go look at Susanna and the elders. And Susanna and the Elders was created in 1611, and this was a time when she was actually still working within her father's studio, and the work was actually attributed to him for a long time. But early on in her painting, her father felt strongly that she had surpassed many masters. At the time, there's evidence of a letter that he wrote arguing how accomplished she was, that she had surpassed the masters of her time at 15 years old, and really vouched for her her mastery of painting. And one special thing about this painting, and I'll let you know that Artemisia was not the only person painting scenes. This is just a biblical scene. Susanna is at the bath and she is being watched by elders, and it's not unique to paint this scene at all. But what's special is that Artemisia really puts herself into the character or protagonist that we see in the painting. She embodies the figure in the story in like physical and symbolic ways. This is created a year before her attack, and you know, it almost foreshadows what will happen, but we can't ever imagine that she experienced anything less than a lot of traffic from strange men within the home that she lived in, and being sort of open and subject to what her father wanted, and people and strangers in her home who wanted to, you know, suck up to her father, perhaps, right? The abuse of power is no surprise. When we have, what happened was her father had this partner in painting a ceiling fresco named Agostino Tassi, and he was, you know, had sort of an inflated idea of himself, and he convinced Orazio, the father, that that he's done all that he could do for Artemisia, and that he was now going to tutor her, and so he became her painting tutor. And I believe that he felt really threatened by her talent, and because when he attacked her, he called out, "No more painting! No more painting!" And him and his friend held her down and violated her. There was her maidservant was at home, and she didn't intervene. She was probably really frightened. Whatever the situation was, Artemisia was powerless over her situation. She did fight back. There's written testimony in like 300 plus page document that survives from this period of her rape trial in Rome, and it shows her testimony as well as Tassi's defense. Well, none of it was good. So the attacker was found guilty and sentenced to some like prison time, but that never was enforced. So he basically just kind of got off from being a violent offender, and he had been known to be an offender. So he had a strong prior criminal history, and I don't want to get into it because already this is so triggery. So, but I'm happy to talk more in depth if you want to have questions. I can like deep dive into that. We'll touch back. We'll just say that. We'll touch back. Anyway, so you can see she's just twisting in revolt to their weight. And in this work you can see really like the sharpness, like they have something on their back, someone said, reverting to like the giant triangle shapes of their capes, right? But it's like just like the act of overreaching and like the weight of being such an overimposer, right? And she's twisting away violently, and the wood back stoned carved fencing that separates them really echoes her internal state of revulsion and need to protect herself. Here's a visual thinking strategy card, which is also really helpful. We can interpret things by thinking about what is happening in this painting, what makes me say this, and what else do I see. So let's continue to get to know Artemisia, and we're going to take a look at next at after her horrible ordeal. As I said, she married and went off to Florence to restart a new life, right? She went off, and a lot of people know Artemisia as from this groundbreaking, memorable, intense work of Judith slaying Holofernes. And there's two versions of this work. There's another one upstairs. We'll jump up and down to compare the two of them. So right after her trial, she goes on to paint this work, which is, here we have the story of Judith slaying Holofernes, another biblical story that is painted by many other people. But again, she really puts herself right into the work. She asserts herself straight into this intensely gory moment where she's doing the hard work. She's cutting off and getting right in there, where other people who have painted the scene have painted her, Judith, a bit more gingerly or a little bit more standoffish. And certainly also her maidservant was also included as a Abra is the maidservant's name, and Abra is included as a partner, a collaborator in the hard work of beheading such a violent threat. Holofernes was a general who was coming in with his army to attack a Jewish settlement, and Judith, knowing this, went to go have some wine and talk and relax with him. And while sleeping, she and her maidservant cut off his head, saving the Jewish village. And remember, I had mentioned how in her real life, her maidservant had not intervened. Well, this kind of, I believe, creates this alliance or this healing moment where she's bridging and creating this partnering, right? We need partners to make... Oh, that's Duran. I do want to... Hold on. I do want to say hi to Duran because Duran is almost never in Horizon. We should take a moment out and invite Duran in. One moment. Duran. Let's party up. Partying up. All right. Hey, hello. We're waiting for Duran. Yay!
Hi,
Duran, how are you? I'm doing great. I'm live streaming. Just so
I see. Where are you live streaming to?
I'm live streaming. Maybe you're watching me now. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Periscope,
Wow.
YouTube,
Whoa.
and Twitch right now.
Well, I want to see if you can help. I'm with my son. He just got here for the holidays.
Hello, Amir.
And Aiden actually asked about you after all these years.
Aiden.
I thought that was so sweet.
Aiden
we
or
were
Amir?
together for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Aiden did.
Aiden. Thank you.
Do you remember Aiden?
Aiden. Yeah.
Yes,
from
in
New York
City.
Yep. Okay.
He saw a picture of my friend Marsha, who I said reminds me a lot of you, and he said, "Is this Paige? I miss her."
Oh, that is nice.
Like,
that is so nice. He's
the
young boy that liked photography.
Exactly.
Yes.
You really stood out to him. You really made a mark on him. So I thought that was so sweet.
Oh, that is so nice. That is so nice. One night at a dinner in New York.
Yeah.
This little boy who was sitting across from me at the table, I gave him photo assignments. Him and the other young people at the table. I was kind of at the end, somehow near the young people, and I made the most of it. And we had a fantastic evening. Yeah.
The other thing, the backstory to that is that he had an art teacher tell him that he wasn't good at art. And I've been really thinking about like just Black boys in general and how to really get them to help them embrace art in a cultural way that feels inclusive to them, you know, like how to make art real for them. And my son is recently getting interested in art too, but it's taken several years for him to like kind of meet different art teachers that he connects with. So I think you have a lot of talent around just helping people connect art to their real life. And so that's what I was kind of hoping we could do sometime together, is maybe just jump on here and learn how to do some art together in a way that feels connected.
Well, we can, and we can even do that now if you're free, like truly.
Yes, but I don't know. You have to tell me where to go because I don't see you at all.
Okay.
I just hear you on my. I have an Oculus Quest.
Sure.
And there's a sale going on right now. I don't want to promote, but there's a sale going on the Quest 2, because the Quest 1, it seems like there's some kinks there. The one that I have, but the Quest 2 is on sale. It's like $200 off right now. So I'm thinking about upgrading to the Quest 2, but I'm still very new to my Oculus Quest.
Oh, I will tell you that you will love your Quest 2. There's no doubt about it. It's a little lighter on the face, and it's like easier to see, less like screen doory, and you know, it's just like a way upgraded model. It's fantastic. I love it.
That's so good to hear.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get in touch with Facebook though, because I've only had my Oculus Quest for about 3 months.
Okay.
And the right controller isn't working now.
Oh.
And we've done everything. Like we're trying to go through their, I guess they have a troubleshooting process, which is a big pain in the butt.
Yeah.
They keep asking us for information. I'm like, it's not working. We've tried it we've tried resetting the whole device. We've tried repairing multiple times. We've tried the battery. Like, it's not this.
Yeah. Well, I would love to talk more about that with you too. I actually, in the same boat, I have a sticky right controller on my Rift. Wow. And they wanted me to send like a huge log to them, and I just haven't done it yet because it was a lot to go through
Because
and
we're
read,
living
and
life, and who has time for that?
right, I just want it to work. So,
I'm a single mom. I don't have time, right? I paid a lot of money for this thing.
well, thank you. This is exactly how I feel too. And I am live streaming, so I am just hoping that my audience can hear you as well as me, because this is really like totally important. I cannot
So
wait to
can
go.
your audience also see you? Like, are you drawing or what are you doing today?
I was doing an art tour. It's Museum Mondays, and I'm in the middle of talking about the painting Artemisia Gentileschi's painting of Judith slaying Holofernes. It's a Me Too exhibit. Want to come?
Wow.
Want to come and see it? Okay, well, meet
Can you show
me.
me how to get there?
Yeah.
Because I don't know where I'm going.
Okay, right now I'm in editor builder mode, but I'll travel with you, and we're going to go to, we're going to look up Artemisia, or I'll do it, and we'll just go there together. Okay, so just give me one moment, and there'll be an invitation that will invite you to where we want to go. So
yeah, and then I'll probably let my son hang out a little bit with you, because we got on today because he wanted to.
All right, well, that works for me.
So, we'll do something a little different, but I want him to be able to participate.
So we're going to start a new session, and I'm inviting my party. Okay,
I'm
so
showing him your stream on Facebook on my phone. So
cool.
He's able to see it now. Yeah, me and somebody else is watching.
All right, so we should be traveling there.
Okay.
Are you in the blue space?
No.
No. Where are you?
Hold on 1 minute. I'm sharing the live stream for anybody else who wants to watch along and learn.
Okay.
Because I just think this is so new to like a lot of, especially people of color. Like, it's a big privilege to be able to afford this shit.
It is. It is. It's really important. I believe it's like the responsibility of first generation users to use it in a way that's promoting accessibility and sharing it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Giving them away.
How do I get to this blue space where you are? I don't know.
Are you in Facebook Horizon?
Oh no, like I
oh, okay. Hop into Facebook Horizon. I think you have it.
Where do I go to find that? Do I search?
You know, maybe you're not in Horizon. Lola met me here in Horizon. But if you're not in Horizon, we can meet somewhere else. Yeah. You might not yet be in the... Gosh darn it, I thought you were.
I don't even know what that is.
If you don't know what the app Facebook Horizon is, then you don't have it yet. Then let me go into a place that you would have, okay? Do you...
I know they have like the venues, I'm downloading that now.
We could meet in the lobby of venues. That's a place that we can both like get to. Or Altspace, have you ever been in there?
I haven't done any of this. This is my first time hanging out with someone.
Oh wow. This is fantastic.
My cousin just got an Oculus 2. He got the Oculus Quest 2. And we got to do like this, I don't know, it was like an athletic gaming thing together. And I didn't even know you could do that. He was like, but he sleeps and breathes in his Oculus Quest now.
Yeah.
I don't think he does anything else.
Right. Well, you should have your cousin friend me.
I worry about that. I worry about addiction. So.
Right.
Oh, it was the Echo VR. I think that was what we did last time with like the robots, and that was pretty cool. Yeah.
All right. So let me think. Let me turn off my live streaming. Maybe, I don't know. Or should no? I'm gonna keep it going because you just shared it. Okay. Yeah. And I'm going to quit I'm not going to be in Facebook Horizon anymore because we don't both share that app. And I'm on my Rift. I have, let's see. You know what I like Rec Room. That's a cool one. Yeah. Let's see if I can. Yeah. That's one also. Yeah, there's a game called Rec Room. But let's see. I'm trying to go to my library, but it's not clicking on it well. There we go. Okay. So I have way less programs in my Rift than I do in my Quest, which I'm not on right now. I'm in my old Rift. And so I have less social apps on here because I really hang out more on my Quest. But what's here is I could quick download venues if I don't have it already, and meet you in the lobby at venues. Would you like that? Oh, okay. If you're downloading Rec Room, then let's definitely meet in Rec Room. And once that would be awesome. I love Rec Room, and I have an awesome museum there.
Okay.
And Amir would be able to meet other young people there because a lot of young people hang out in Rec Room too.
Wow. He says he's going to his room. Amir, she said a lot of kids hang out in the Rec Room. Okay. Are you going to go to your room and come back, or I'm setting it up? What do you want to do? Okay. One more question for you, Paige. Does this connect at all with the portal? Because we also just bought the portal, which I actually really love for kids. I didn't think that I would, be a fan, but I'm a huge fan.
Hey, I just got a portal too.
Yeah, he's been with his dad, and it's like a great way for him to be able to call me anytime without having a phone.
Yeah.
And we get to program it to, who he can call. So it feels really safe and appropriate for an 8-year-old.
Yeah. I think that is great.
So does the VR connect to the portal in any way? If you can share any
I think that, yeah. I haven't done it yet, but I think that you can in, like, streaming it in some way. But I'm not totally sure yet, just because I just got one, in that I just ordered one, and I think it's downstairs, and I just got to, get it. And then set it up. I haven't done it yet. I got a Portal TV. So that my giant TV could be the portal.
Nice.
Yeah.
I might have to look into that.
Yeah, it's on sale, and it seemed like just smarter for me.
Yeah, everything's on sale right now. That's why I'm like, whatever we're gonna get.
Yes, this is the time. This is it. Yeah.
With you and I'm so glad that you and I could connect today, because we both have, professional relationships with Facebook.
That's right.
I just want to mention that.
That's right. Let's talk about that.
There's stuff we don't know. There's a lot that if it's hard for you and I to navigate, it's going to be hard for most people to navigate, because we're on the inside, I feel like.
Right. So Duran and I met. Duran Young is the founder of Black Therapists Rock, a Facebook community, and in real life, she's an author. She's a leader of conferences. You have this huge, amazing life where your influence of helping people as a therapist is amazingly wide.
Yeah.
Yes.
I call it like I'm super into collective healing, you know.
Collective
Like,
healing.
there's just so much healing that needs to happen, especially around racism. That's my favorite topic, because there's a lot of conversations that need to be had and a lot of work to do around that topic, especially in America. You know?
There is, and even here in Rec Room. So Rec Room is sort of like a Wild West of young people, and racism can abound when there's like a lack of progressive and empathetic thinking and inclusive thinking. So, but you know what? I actually wrote and would love to talk to you more about how to like change that culture here. I have some ideas and contacts and community members in which we could have a discussion that could create more impact, especially with you being a part of it. And more people. So there's the Black Technology Mentoring Program that is run by Christopher Lafayette, and I've reached out to them to tell them about that there can be issues within this platform and other open social young people platforms, and how it's really important at like the younger social spaces have inclusive and diverse leaders and members running programs and different kinds of like ways for people to interact, so that it's not just like these are the rules that are written on a board somewhere, that they're really enforced by action, right? So that we see diverse leaders throughout communities, online and in VR and in real life. Duran, are you there? Did I lose Duran? Uh-oh, I might have lost Duran. Oh, but here she is. Yes! Wonderful. Yay! Okay, so I'm gonna go to the museum and invite Duran here. Oops. I haven't been in here for a while. Let's go. Let's first give her a gift of some 5-star clothing. Let's buy her a dress. Oh. Not a baby doll dress. Here, red belted dress. Give as gift. Yeah, okay. So we sent her a quick gift, and now we're going to quick go to Better World Museum. That's weird. Go to the room. Here we go. Go to home. Oh God, I invited the wrong person. Jeez, how did that just happen? Duran. There we go. How do you That's crazy that they moved. All right, come on, Duran. Yay. She's in her dorm getting ready. So right now we're at Better World Museum. And let's grab our backpack. Hey, hi. Yay! Duran! Yes! Selfie! Yeah! Share! Welcome! How are you? I can't hear you. Let's unparty. Duran? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. I cannot hear you. Bummer. I don't know what to do to hear you. Thank you. Mwah. Duran is cheering and favoriting. Sorry, I can't hear you. Did I send that to myself? Yeah. So here, I'll show you. First, you can hang out in this create space chill out area over here. And this is actually, I had a party, Duran. I had a party, like in May in rec room. And then 3 young people came at the end, and they really had a great time and didn't feel, even though they were giggly and silly and kind of silly, I didn't not tolerate them. I welcomed them, and they had a great time and felt included, and they felt sorry for me. They were like, "Oh man, how could you have this lame old space? How do I use the watch?" So the watch is really cool. You can hear me, so I'm gonna just flip to your wrist, look at your watch, and you have a whole bunch of things come up. You have create, events, this room, backpack. In your backpack is your maker pen and your share camera. So you can like grab your camera and take a photo. Whoop. And then go back into your watch and you can look at your messages or stuff in the store. I sent you a present, so when you go back to your dorm room, you're going to find a little gift box from me with a pretty surprise in it. Okay? None of that comes up for you. Okay, so what do you see when you look at your watch? Well, I promise we'll figure it out, but not easily now. But you can come with me on a tour here. Yeah. You can draw. Duran. Yeah. Woo! Fantastic. Yes. Yeah. And then over here, there's paintbrushes. These are really fun too. I'll bring you some. Duran, come here. Come in the special exhibit, the artist exhibit gallery, and I'll show you what an 11-year-old environmentalist Alex created. This must be hard because we can't speak. Come. Yay! You're doing great. I don't know why you're partially in the floor and floating. You're like in float mode. I think that when that happens, when you tilt your controllers up and like touch it in a certain way, but you're in you're in float mode. And I think you'd stop being in float mode if you touch your X or your A button. Or one of those buttons. You'll get back to the ground instead of being float. There is a little learning curve in here. But after a short time, it'll become more natural. So here's a flower that an 11-year-old Alex created. Let's see how to I have to figure out how to fly so I can learn how to. Oh, look! Look, you're floating up. You're floating up. You're doing it. And then this one, you press grow, and this tree will grow. Now, 11-year-old created this, who is our artist in residence. We had a big art opening for them, and they were also sponsored by the VR lab and was gifted a monetary reward, as well as had an anonymous donor. So it was something that this young leader felt a lot of confidence in and really grew a lot in this project. Here's another work that they did where they could actually water the plant and the plant here will grow. So we had a 15-year-old architect build the museum, a 15-year-old or a 13-year-old create the sound DJ booth, which is totally interactive with different lights. Like you can change the lighting. It's kind of fun. I want to talk. I want to talk too. So let's go to a different program because I don't know why this isn't working for you with audio. Maybe we should try partying up again. I sent you a party up, hoping that I'd be able to hear you now. And if not, then we should go. We should get out of this rec room because you're not able to hear me for... or I'm not able to hear you. Let's go. Because we just partied up and you still can't hear me? I'm definitely going to stop my live stream because this didn't